Yeah, Recon.
Okay. Uh, there's a Blue Jay like 10 minutes ago. It's real cool.
Oh, nah, I didn't see anything.
I get it. Most civilians will hopefully never have to run a recon mission in a ghillie suit. But when things go sideways, somebody's got to be the eyes and ears for information. Stick around with me and I'll go over the kit you need to perform recon without the LARPing. That's my purse. I don't know you. Alright guys, another Prepared American here today, and I am back in the garage. Alex is not with me for this part of the video, but as you could see, he was with me for the intro. Love him for that. Today we're going to be talking about Recon for civilians. Here I have my little Recon kit, and I'll throw up some cool B-roll of what is inside, what it looks like, and then we'll go more in depth into that in a little bit here. But first of all, why would you need this? So for starters, conducting recon would be a common and crucial job as a civilian that finds themselves in SHTF situation. Whether that is civil war or an invasion or something on that crazy end of the spectrum that is hopefully not very likely to happen, but who knows, I can't tell the future. Whether it's on that side or natural disasters and just overall grid going down. Whether it is a solar event or infrastructure attack like cyber attack or something like that, without these ways to relay information readily, you see things quickly start to degrade. So if we look at Hurricane Helene, for example, and how important it was to relay information in and out. So it's one thing if they're able to know what's going on in the outside world or know help is on the way, help is on the way. Well, it's also very important to get information out. So information is one of the most important things that you can have in any kind of emergency situation. Information can be your lifeline and make or break a dire situation. I'm sure everyone's main priority, what is in this kit? So in this guy, I obviously have the Camelback. I think this is Coleman, maybe? I think the little lantern logos. This is an old bag. I got it from my in-laws. It's awesome. It's kind of retro. It's cool. But this is an 8-liter bag. I'll have linked some stuff below of different sizes and you can pick accordingly. I feel like 8 liters is good. But the biggest thing, aside from how much this can hold, is what it looks like. This is very unassuming. This looks like a regular bag you would take out on a day hike. This does not scream, I'm Tactical Timmy and I have a gun or something crazy or whatever else on me. This looks like I'm just a regular guy going on a hike. You would never know that there's also a monocular inside and note-taking gear and 2 liters of water. I mean, you could tell because that's what it's for, but you know, my point is this is very low-key, and that's what we want. We don't want something that's multicam or covered in molly webbing or whatever. Sometimes you can use that if the situation dictates for it. If it's a more overt kind of recon mission, sure, bring your cool multicam bag, but if it's just everyday run-of-the-mill stuff like we will be doing, this is perfectly fine. Regular colorways, stuff like that. Obviously, you'll want a hydration source. I have a 2-liter Camelback bladder in here. You can get all kinds of different ones. Just make sure you get a cleaning kit as well, because it can get gross in the tube and in the mouthpiece, and you just want to make sure you never store it with water in it. Never store it with water in it. Keep it dry until you're ready to use it, fill it up, take it out to go. Moving on, you need observation equipment. So you can see things further than just your eyeballs can, whether that's binoculars or a monocular like I have, and you want something that is small and portable, and ideally something that can measure distance or estimate it at the very least. So there is a certain equation, and I won't go into super in depth, but it is yards. So the yards to something is equal to the object size in inches, so you have to know how big that thing is, or roundabout, divided by the mils measured times 27.77. There's another calculation, that's the word, another calculation for doing it in meters. It's similar, just with centimeters and times 10 instead. I'm not going to get into all that. it's a different video for a different topic. I won't totally nerd out on you guys. But we will talk about it more in future videos. Just know you need at least magnification, so that way you can see further away, so that way you can observe things to get more information. Going off of that, whenever you observe these things, you don't want to leave it up to your memory, because our memory is notoriously bad, so you want to bring note-taking gear. That is Write in the Rain notebook, the little matte pens, or Write in the Rain pencils or whatever. Those are both great. Some kind of camo paint, something if you were to have to start to evade like enemy force or something like that, you could camo paint up, do your hands, neck, face, the places that are exposed. Any skin tone stuff you want to make look like natural foliage. We'll have another video on that where I paint myself all up. I hate doing it because it's a pain to get out of the beard, but I'll do it for you guys. Lastly, coming up is GPS and compass. It sounds redundant, but 2 is 1, 1 is none, as I always say. And so you can get around and move through an environment and know where you're at in that environment. And lastly, water purification, in case you get stuck out somewhere for more than your expected time. You know, whether it's a 4-hour mission you have planned where it's just like a little day hike and you end up being out there for 8 and you only bring 4 hours worth of water and food, it's good to have a little bit of extra. And that being said, food, of course, you need food to survive, allegedly, I guess. I've made it this far, so. All right, going into where you can get this stuff. This is all able to be bought online through Amazon. I don't like giving Jeff Bezos money, but it is extremely convenient. And I know a lot of people already shop on Amazon. You might have accounts, they do their Prime days and all that stuff. And that being said, I will have links in the description to my Amazon affiliate link things, where I do get a small commission. So just that total transparency up front. If you buy anything through my links, I will get a small commission. I appreciate it if you do that. And it is totally okay if instead you go to your local hiking store, talk to physical people, and buy things from them and give them your money. I would almost prefer that. I don't care about making money. I just want to give you guys information. So go to a local REI or a even more like small mom and pop shop. There's not a whole lot around here, but there is a few. But yeah, do that instead if you're able to. If you don't feel like it, for sure, use those Amazon links. I'll appreciate it. And then moving forward. So how do we apply this stuff? So we do that by going on day hikes. Surprise, you go out and do the stuff before things are bad. That is what preparing is all about. You train for these things. So you want to go out on a day hike, practice taking important notes, sketching terrain features, important landmarks, doing these things that you would think would be important, whether you're pointing like, oh, there's a water tower right there, or you're at this point in the trail and you're like, oh wow, this trail is like pretty tough. Like I'll have to make sure to write down like this one's hard or whatever it may be. You're going out and you're training. You're using this stuff to get skills. The stuff doesn't automatically mean you can do the things. You have to do the things with the stuff before things are bad. So that way you're proficient at them whenever things get bad. Because you cannot expect to suddenly know how to use all this stuff in a serious situation when your life is potentially on the line. So all that being said, that is the Recon kit for civilians. I will be doing a follow-on video on what exactly this kind of day can look like, going out on a hike, sketching terrain features, doing these things, getting that practice, what that actually looks like. I'll be doing a follow-up video for sure, as well as some other follow-up stuff. You guys loved the pantry video. That thing went crazy, and so we'll definitely be following up on the pantry stuff, as well as other practical preparation things. But yeah, I appreciate all the support and everything. We've climbed crazily in subscribers from the last video to now. I believe we're at like 900 couples, so we're almost to 1,000. And I had hinted on Instagram the other week about doing some kind of giveaway at 1,000. So I'm gonna start getting together a way to have an email list, so that way I don't accidentally give away something to a bot. I'm sure there's bot counts in there or something, or maybe I'm just doing well. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments if I'm doing okay. Let me know what you guys think of the Recon kit, what you would include, what you would drop. And yeah, as always, stay hydrated, stay strapped, and stay blessed, guys. Thank you.